Hello everyone. In this video, I will show you how to solve problem 3 of workshop 2. So in problem 3, you see that we have two stocks given, stock A and stock B, and the different returns under different market states. So we have three market states: down market, normal, and up market. And the probability of these market states are 0.3, 0.5, and 0.2. In requirement E, we need to calculate Sharpe ratio, and in requirement B, we need to calculate skewness. So let's see how we can solve this problem. I have copied this information in Excel, so down market, normal, up market, the probabilities and returns. So first of all, we need to calculate expected return, then standard deviation, because to calculate Sharpe ratio, we need these two inputs. I will be solving this problem for stock A. I hope you will be able to do it by yourself for stock B. So first of all, let's calculate expected return. Don't forget the formula for expected return. So it's the individual return multiplied by probability, then we'll sum it up for all the possible returns. So equal individual return multiplied by probability plus individual return multiplied by probability plus individual return multiplied by probability. So we get expected return, that's 0.165. Now to get standard deviation, first we will calculate variance. Here is the formula for variance: individual return minus expected return, then we put square multiplied by probability, then once again we will sum up for all the market states. So let's do it. Equal individual return minus expected return. We put it within bracket, then square, and we multiply it by probability. So that's for one market state. We do the same for all the market states. Plus individual return minus expected returns, square multiplied by the probability, plus individual return minus expected return. Once again, we put them in a bracket, and square multiplied by the probability. So this is the variance. Now standard deviation is very simple. We use the square root function. We select this cell, so that's the standard deviation, 0.25695. Now we have all the inputs to calculate Sharpe ratio for stock A. So Sharpe ratio will be expected return minus risk-free rate. If you can remember, risk-free rate was given by 5%. So equal expected return minus risk-free rate. So we put a bracket and then divide by standard deviation. Sharpe ratio is 0.44755. If you calculate the Sharpe ratio for stock B the same way, you will get that it's 0.12. So Sharpe ratio for stock A is higher than stock B, and by this time you understand the Sharpe ratio is the excess return divided by standard deviation. So excess return per unit of risk. Since stock A generates excess return per unit of risk higher than stock B, so stock A will be preferable based on this measure of risk. The second requirement was to calculate skewness. So now we will calculate skewness. I will copy these two information here because we will need it. This is expected return and standard deviation. Okay. Now let's see the formula for skewness again. The individual return minus expected return power cube. It's no more square, it's power cube multiplied by probability, divide by standard deviation and power cube. So it's the higher moments. I mean, instead of a square, now we will put cube. So let's do it. First we will do it for state 1, then we will do it for state 2 and state 3, and then we will sum them up to get the skewness of stock A. So equal return of a stock A minus expected return of a stock A. So we put them in a bracket and cube according to formula multiplied by probability. Now this is the whole part. We put this whole part within a bracket, then divided by standard deviation, and we have to put a cube for standard deviation as well. So that's the skewness for state A, and we need to do the same for state 1. We need to do the same for state 2 and state 3. So equal individual return minus expected return. So once again, let's put a bracket, then cube multiplied by the probability. We put a whole bracket, then divided by standard deviation, and we put the cube again. So that's for state 2, and we do the same thing for state 3. Individual return minus expected return. Cube, then multiplied by, I'm sorry, for state 3, this is the individual return minus expected return. So we put cube multiplied by the probability, then the whole bracket divide by standard deviation and whole cube. So we get the skewness for state 1, state 2, and state 3. So overall skewness for stock A will be the sum of these 3. So we put sum, then these 3. And we get the negative skewness, and if we calculate the skewness for stock B, we will get that it's minus 0.68. So skewness for stock A and stock B both are negative, and we know that negative skewness means there's a higher chance of negative return than the corresponding probability of positive return. So this is how we can solve problem 3. In the next video, I will show you how we solve problem 4 of